Good evening, everybody. It is Thursday, February 6th. Welcome to the County Council in Montgomery County. This is a public hearing on FY24 capital budget and supplemental appropriations to the FY23 capital budget and amendments to the FY23 20-28 capital improvements program for county government, Montgomery County Public Schools, Montgomery College, Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission, the Washington Suburban Transit Commission, the Revenue Authority, HOC, municipal and state projects, and the FY24 to 29 CIP for WSSC Water. There are 18 people signed up to testify, 12 in person and 6 virtually. So I will call up the first 5 people who can all join us at the table. Henrio St. Gerard, Nico Girazzo, Ria Chillar, Bridget Howe, and Debbie Orsak. Ria. Okay, and I don't see Henrio. Okay. We'll start with Nico. There's a button right in front of you, and you get to your right. There you go. You get 3 minutes.
Good evening, council members and council president Glass. My name is Nico Girazzo, and I'm a current junior at Thomas S. Boone High School. Today, I'm advocating for the necessary provision of funding to renovate Thomas S. Boone High School. Water damage and missing ceiling panels, mold, varying temperatures, and cramped hallways are just some of the things my peers and I experience every day within our school. We enter Woone's 50-year-old building and endure our high school years inside of a school desperately in need of renovation. Despite Woone's dire need for a capital improvement project, it is in jeopardy of being pushed back further than its current 2029 completion date. The fact remains imperative: Woone can no longer wait to be rebuilt. With ADA issues still existing despite appropriations being made to resolve them, Woone is not an inclusive environment for students with disabilities. Lips on the floors between bathroom doorways and steep sidewalks make it difficult for students with disabilities to enter and egress parts of Woone. Not only are ADA issues prevalent, but so are structural failings. Hallways are so cramped that no student can walk between classes without having their personal space violated. Moreover, students are dissuaded from using many of Wooden's restrooms as a result of crooked stall doors which cannot lock, sinks falling off of the wall, and overpowering stenches. Mold cakes the caulk surrounding each sink and toilet, and overhead ceiling panels are gray from water leaks and mold growth. Even in the portion of our building added over 20 years ago, water leaks run rampant. In my Spanish classroom, rain seeped through the building to the first floor and leaked over stacks of books and papers. Water leaks aside, parts of the addition built in 2000 have also not been properly integrated into Wooden's heating and cooling system. Classroom temperatures fluctuate to such an extent that students have no choice but to layer their clothing. Twice last year, my chemistry classroom was over 90 degrees Fahrenheit, forcing us to leave the room and ultimately lose 2 days of teaching. Students do not feel safe nor comfortable in our building, thereby affecting their mental health. Wooden's building service team works endlessly every single day to resolve these issues, yet there's only so many ceiling tiles that they can replace, temperature issues to mitigate, and slanted doors that they can write before these everyday tasks become consuming. Wooden's 53-year-old building is in a state of disrepair that no cosmetic fix can resolve. Our students' mental and physical health can no longer be pushed to the wayside as our CIP completion date is pushed further and further into the distant future. As a member of Superintendent McKnight's Operating Budget Advisory Committee and a longtime student advocate, I understand that budgetary constraints exist within every aspect of our county's budget. However, even more now than ever, I ask that you allocate funding to affirm Wooden's current CIP completion date of 2029 and ensure that Wooden students in the future will have a safe and comfortable learning environment. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone from the Wooden Cluster for joining us this evening. Next is Ms. Howe.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bridget Howe, and I'm delighted to be here in person for the first time since 2020 to share my thoughts about CIP priorities in this year's process. First off, I'm a parent of a 6th grader at Odessa Shannon Middle School, and I am beyond grateful to previous councils who were able to keep Odessa Shannon in the CIP and give us the facility we so deserve in Wheaton. And when I see the students and how they are thrilled and delighted to be there, it really makes a huge difference. Facilities matter when kids are in schools that are overcrowded, dilapidated, and long overdue for renovation and safety fixes. And especially when those differences are noticeable from zip code to zip code, it really makes you wonder how committed we are as a community to children. Regarding the current CIP, first, I urge you to do whatever needs to happen to ensure that Northwood's project stays in the current schedule to be completed by August 2026. That's already a delay of a year from the initial proposal. My father graduated from Northwood High School in 1961, and there are significant parts of the building that are still the same as when he walked those halls. I don't want my son going to the same building his grandfather went to. As of the current schedule, my son, who is now a sixth grader, will start as a Northwood student in the Woodward Holdings School in August 2025. It would really be great to have him back at home, back at his home school on schedule. As construction moves forward, I do have specific requests. First, the current fields and scoreboard are a mess, and new grass field construction should be part of this project. Second, the CASE program needs a 21st century greenhouse to keep doing the great things they do. Finally, we have an opportunity with the co-occurrence of the Northwood project and the University Boulevard Corridor Plan to really build a high school that is uniquely tailored for safe access for all modes of transportation. Kids in the DCC, and especially Northwood, should be able to walk, bike, roll, and take public transit to get to school, as well as drive and take school buses. This project, maximizing safe routes to school, is an imperative. This leads me to my second overall wish for the CIP, that any funding for a school or county building mandate safe access for non-motorists. We build way too many buildings with really beautifully designed parking lots. Let's not do that anymore. Let's build bike paths, bike racks, and ways for pedestrians to safely access public facilities. My third overall wish, let's increase CIP funding for sidewalks. And I kind of joked as I came in here today that I was going to be talking schools, sidewalks, which should surprise nobody. We need sidewalks, more of them, and we need to increase the funding significantly. We have schools in our cluster in my cluster and all over the county, that within the walk zone, there are not sidewalks on streets that directly access the schools. We need to stop doing that. Finally, I know that there's always more projects than we can possibly fund. However, I do believe there's ways for you to look at the spending affordability guidelines, consider revenue streams, so that we can fund schools and sidewalks and all of the other capital needs that make Montgomery County the best place to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Howe. Ms. Orsak.
Good evening, President Glass and members of the County Council. It is a pleasure to be here tonight with all of you. My name is Debbie Orsak, and I'm here as the president of the Montgomery County Council of PTAs, or MCC-PTA. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you on behalf of all of the PTSA communities in MCPS. We are mindful of the funding challenges we all face. This council has shown itself to be a strong supporter of schools, and we appreciate all of your support and hope it will continue. I also want to take a moment to thank the Board of Education and Dr. McKnight for the superintendent's recommended FY 2024 capital budget and amendments to the FY 23-28 CIP, and to thank all of the MCPS staff for their hard work on it. I come to you tonight in support of their request and its commitment to address the facility needs of our school system, provide our students with the best possible learning environment, and reflect the essential funding necessary to meet the needs of our school system for our students, staff, and community. We are blessed to be a part of a community that believes in the benefits of a quality education and understands that that comes at a cost. We know that that cost is worth the value it provides to our children and our community at large. MCPS remains the reason so many people continue to settle here in spite of their jobs being in other local jurisdictions, traffic woes, housing prices, etc. Likewise, MCPS facilities should be viewed and invested in as county assets. As such, we cannot continue to stall dialogue and work separately on funding solutions for this asset. We are asking you, the Council, to work together with MCPS to craft both short-term CIP funding solutions to fund all programs listed in the CIP, as well as implement sustainable long-term funding mechanisms beyond the current patchwork of often unreliable revenue sources. We know this will take time and creative thinking, and MCC-PTA is here to support these efforts and work with you on solutions to ensure that this economic asset, our schools, remain a vibrant reason for families to choose to live here. It seems that every year there are projects that are delayed or put on the shelf until we have enough money. Every year, MCPS is asked to provide a list of projects that are not as important or as needed as the others. Every project that we are asking for is a project that is necessary so that all students in MCPS are in an environment that is safe and conducive to learning. We cannot keep sliding one child in favor of another. We must be there for all children. With the opening of Woodward and Crown High Schools, we will be helping 49% of all high school students in MCPS. If it is decided to include more than WJ and the Down County Consortium schools in the Woodward study, the 2 new schools will affect more than half of all county families and your constituents. We need to find a better and more sustainable solution for funding capital improvement projects. We cannot keep kicking the can down the road and delaying project after project. We understand that our county, and more specifically this council, is facing some difficult decisions with regard to how to fund the proposed FY24 budget. But we firmly believe that it is a job of us adults to ensure that our children and the children yet to come have the school facilities they need to, because they are our future and they do deserve it. And thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. St. Gerard has joined us.
Well, thank you very much. Hello, council members. It's all good to see you this evening. My name is Honor St. Gerard. I am the Area Vice President for the Northeast Consortium, as well as a Sherwood Cluster Coordinator. Thank you tonight for allowing me to speak about the CIP. I'm here to discuss 2 topics tonight. First, to provide you with an overview of the CIP needs of the NEC schools, and second, to discuss the impacts of not fully funding CIP requests and delaying school capital projects throughout the county. The NEC is made up of schools that fall under the Blake, Paint Branch, Sherwood, and Springbrook clusters. My colleagues from Paint Branch cluster came before you the other night and spoke about the space crisis at Burtonsville and Greencastle elementary schools. I want to echo their sentiments on how both schools are in dire need of additional and or new facilities. At Sherwood, both Belmont and Sherwood Elementary schools request feasibility studies for facilities that are both over 45 years old and not ADA compliant. Additionally, all the schools across the NEC have major HVAC needs that require serious maintenance or total replacements of its units. Finally, schools across the NEC, especially in the Springbrook cluster, have serious concerns about safety and having adequate school security cameras and equipment around their facilities. While funding for HVAC maintenance and school security are not fully impacted by the council staff recommendations, we need to ensure that funding for these activities is executed. For example, MCPS informed us that schools across the county are due for security camera installations sometimes this year. Speaking to principals across the NEC, many are unaware of this despite being in communication with individuals from MCPS. Greater transparency with the school administrators on the status of these projects will help this matter. This brings me to the second part of my remarks tonight, and that is on the impacts of delaying approved projects and those under consideration. Many of our CIP requests predate the pandemic and cannot be attributed to slowing enrollment growth as outlined in the January 20th memo. For example, schools at both Paint Branch and Springbrook clusters have CIP requests going back 10 to 15 years. The perpetual exercise of working with MCPS and other entities to pick and choose winners and losers, along with kicking the can down the road to delay approved projects, is counter to what you are trying to achieve in saving costs. These actions simply increase the cost of approved projects and delays or eliminates facilities under consideration. I suggest and request that instead of focusing on cuts and reductions, the council, MCPS, and other stakeholders work to identify new revenue streams, methods to prioritize and finish projects on time, and measures to be transparent with the project selection process. These things will go a long way to maximize the dollars we use, along with hopefully minimizing waste. To illustrate my point, I bring to your attention the additional $30 million request for a new Northwood High School facility. As a Northwood Cluster Coordinator at the time, I advocated for the facility years ago, and the project has already experienced a delay from a prior amendment exercise that backloaded funding. The result is an increase in the initial approved amount and a delay in completing the project by another year. This is unacceptable, wasteful, and very common with school CIP projects throughout the county. We need to do better, and I want to work with you on solutions. That is I thank you for your time. That is all I had to say. I thank you again for the time, and I hope to work with you in finding solutions to this. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Ria Chillar here? There you go. Hi. Come on up. And wherever you want to find a seat. And then there's a button right by the microphone, and you have 3 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Glass and members of the council. My name is Ria Chillar, and I am a junior at Thomas S. Wooten High School. I've been a part of Wooten's Student Government Association for the past 2 years, and this year I have the opportunity to serve as our SGA secretary. Throughout my 3 years as a Wooten student, the diminishing physical state of the building has been impossible to ignore, and when students call on the Wooten SGA to improve the infrastructure, we are left powerless. As one of the only schools built in 1970 that hasn't been recognized for renovation, the students of Wooten High School have been left behind by MCPS's capital improvement budget project. Whether it is the Wooten locker rooms, which have not been touched since the creation of the building, decaying bathrooms, non-temperature controlled classrooms, or dangerous hallways, students have to walk around the school every day alarmed by the amount of mold, broken tile, random holes in the ceilings and walls, and toxic cancer-causing asbestos lining the ceilings. Wooten's bathrooms are known for a lack of mirrors and a plethora of appliances that regularly break. As a student athlete, the bathrooms by our locker rooms are sometimes the only option I can use while getting ready for practice, but with dirt covering the walls and floor, broken toilets, and vermin, myself and many other students have been deprived of the essential need of having functional restrooms. Even in classrooms, mold is found on the walls, which has mycotoxin that can cause an inability to focus and is undoubtedly detrimental to the human body, which my peers and I have experienced firsthand. This renovation is now not just a want, but a need, as it is putting students' health at risk. The lack of renovation has not only left Wooten's infrastructure on the verge of breaking down, it has also caused the building to be non-compliant with numerous ADA policies, which puts our students at a severe disadvantage. The walkways are uneven, the entrances and exits are incompatible with wheelchairs, and stairs are steep with only few options for those who cannot use them. In emergency situations, students with disabilities or injuries are left with almost no accessible options to get to safety. The goal that defines Wooten as a public school is providing equal and fair education to all, but can we even claim to be a public institution for everyone if we can't provide for our students' basic needs? Is this really the image of equality we strive for as a county? Many of my peers who have suffered from injuries have had to endure additional struggles from being deprived of the necessary accommodations at school while being on crutches for months, which risks injury further. And I am forever thankful that I didn't have to endure this blatant neglect when I tore my ACL and meniscus in my knee during quarantine, because it would have dramatically postponed my recovery. ADA laws have been in place for more than 3 decades, but are still being unfairly overlooked in many facilities, especially Wooten. It is your responsibility to make sure that they are followed and all students are able to feel safe in the place that they spend the majority of their days in. Members of the council and Mr. Glass, I urge you to acknowledge these issues that put Wooten students at risk and allocate funding for the renovation of Wooten High School so that we as students can progress through our high school careers knowing we are safe and can study in adequate conditions, which is much more than we can say now. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you all for coming and testifying with us this evening. I'm going to call the next panel Max Choi, Carly Katz, Ethan Wang, Vivek Majumdar, and Amy Ackerman Hastings. And I think Councilmember Mink has a comment.
I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that our hearing room is full of young people, that our panels today are full of young people, and thank you all so much for your organizing, for your advocacy, for standing up for yourselves and for each other, and we look forward to continuing to hear from you and to work with you, and hope that you will continue to come back for all of the issues you care about, because your voices do matter and they're very powerful. So thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Choi? Is Mr. Choi here? Okay. Ms. Katz? To your right by the microphone. There you go.
Good afternoon, Mr. Glass and members of the council. I'm Carly Katz, a senior at Wooten High School involved in the SGA and Best Buddies Club. I advocate for Wooten renovations every year of high school, but somehow the renovation date gets pushed back every time I return. Throughout the last 4 years, I've had the excellent opportunity to befriend students at Wooten in the autism and SCB programs, and I've learned so much about my brilliant friends who persevere through unimaginable challenges. I don't need to tell you my firsthand experiences with students struggling to exit at the sound of the fire alarm, a lack of viable entrances to our buildings and amenities, or the uneven floors and tiles that send those with intellectual disabilities into a panic. You already know all of these things, as you've come out to my school to see them for yourself. However, the experiences of those whose rights are violated and whose safeties are put at risk have not influenced you to mitigate the very law-breaking structures that cause this. The Americans with Disabilities Act has been a law for over 30 years, yet Wheaton still has over 380 identified issues with ADA compliance, making it a top candidate for immediate renovation. As the council, you have the opportunity to prevent countless fatalities and avoid lawsuits, so why don't you? On top of non-compliance issues, students are forced to focus in a building filled with toxic substances. It is undeniable that the toxic mold and asbestos in Wheaton are prevalent, which can be seen in ceiling tiles, floors, and walls in every nook and cranny of the building. The term "bless you" has become a Wheaton staple, as students at this school sneeze more frequently than anywhere else I have ever experienced. As the CDC outlines, mold exposure causes difficulty in concentrating, finding the right words, or memory loss, among others. Surely you don't wish for the 3,000 students and faculty at Wheaton to have to endure these physical and psychological impairments. After being in other MCPS schools, I often ponder the idea of actually wanting to be in the building where we learn. We laugh about how our attendance would dramatically increase if we were not frightened to take classes in the school where the ceiling tiles regularly fall due to a leak in the ancient plumbing system, or attend classes in the winter when the HVAC system conveniently fails and our limbs freeze. So, because of the outrageous building conditions we face, our students, who are some of the top performers in the nation, lose valuable learning time while their mind is preoccupied with their safety and well-being. Imagine our students' potential when this obstacle is removed. The current renovation date is not for another 6 years. A key proponent of your mission is establishing equity within our school system, yet newer schools with fewer ADA and health violations in the county are scheduled for renovation years before Wheaton. Poolsville, Northwood, and even the brand new school Crown are set to complete renovations before Wheaton is ever touched. How is the prioritization of newer, fancier schools over our school equitable in any way? Wheaton is not a true public school, but only public to those who can access all of its facilities. If allowing students with disabilities to have the right to a safe and public education, which they have no choice but to pursue, fails to qualify as a necessary building change, then the question I ask you today is, what does? Frankly, as a senior in high school, these issues should not be my top priority. However, I cannot stand quiet and allow these students who are required to attend this school be exposed to life-threatening but preventable circumstances. No student should have to fear for their safety and well-being while at school. This blatant negligence must be put to an end, and Wheaton must be prioritized and moved up on the renovation list. Thank you.
Thank you. Ethan Wang?
Good evening, members of the council. My name is Ethan Wang, and I am currently a junior at Wheaton High School. As a third-year student at Wheaton, I am here today to speak on behalf of the Wheaton community about a pressing issue that affects all of us. In my time at Wheaton, the staff and students have always been fantastic and have made the school a great experience. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said for the facilities. There are a few main issues that we find with the building that I will be discussing today. First is the heating and ventilation. I have never before seen more inconsistent heating than at Wheaton. The temperature difference between rooms is seemingly random and drastically different at times. It's quite distracting for us students since we're bound to be uncomfortable in at least a few of our classes each day. Second is the stairwells and hallways. Of all the MCPS schools I've visited, Wheaton easily has some of the smallest stairwells. The problems with this were made pretty clear, especially with the COVID pandemic, where it was pretty much impossible to maintain social distance. This same problem also applies to the hallways where, especially in between classes, it can become extremely crowded. It's also very apparent during fire drills where the movement in stairwells grinds to a complete stop because of the hundreds of students that need to get out through like a single file stair. In addition, the ceiling tiles are slowly being worn and falling off. Especially in the lower levels of the school, it is common to see ceiling tiles missing and sometimes the ceiling even leaking water. Lastly, the bathrooms in the school are way too small to accommodate the 2,000 people that are supposed to share them. Most bathrooms have just 1 or 2 stalls and the urinals have no dividers. The condition of the school is rapidly deteriorating. The paint is peeling off the walls. The atmosphere of the school is dreary and not at all what an educational institution should look like. Despite being one of the best schools in the state, Wheaton certainly does not look like it. This is why I would urge you all to prioritize renovating Wheaton. Our school has been neglected for far too long. Thank you all for your time tonight.
Thank you. Vivek Majumdar.
Good evening, council members and Mr. Glass. My name is Vivek Majumdar, and I'm the president of student government at Wheaton High School, as well as a firefighter EMT with the Rockville Volunteer Fire Department. I'm here today to talk about an issue that has plagued the students and staff of Wheaton for the past 2 decades, and one that has been heavily advocated for by the Wheaton community for the past several years. I think that it's safe for me to assume that the members of the council here today believe in the fundamental right for a child to receive a free, public, and safe education. However, certain circumstances within my very own high school, Wooten, fall well below such standards. The issue for us is not one of simply having a better looking or aesthetically pleasing building, but of having a building that is safe and equitable for all who attend it. A conversation with any Wooten student about our building will reveal the following: bathrooms in which filthy liquid drips from the ceiling, blatant mold growing from the vents in some of our lower level classrooms, and an auditorium with seats so worn that many can no longer be sat on. Renovation for a more modern school, however, is half our battle. Per the Department of Justice's guidelines regarding the Americans with Disabilities Act, a civil rights law passed nearly 3 decades ago, people with disabilities should be able to, quote, arrive on the site, approach the building or facility and its amenities, and enter as freely as everyone else. In 2018, EMG project architects and engineers were contacted to perform accessibility evaluations at Wooten and nearly every school in MCPS. The results from Wooten's assessment were shocking. Non-existent passenger loading zones and accessible parking, a consistent lack of ramps, those existing not wide enough to accommodate the average wheelchair, and emergency exits designed with the special needs person in mind. Council members, I ask you to take a look around the room. The students, parents, and staff that you see around you here today are not here for themselves. Every Wooten student in this room will be long gone before any of the changes we ask for will ever be implemented. They're here for the Wooten student that cannot attend a football game with their peers because their stadium is not accessible to them. They're here for the student that can't take part in any activities that happen in our own weight room because they can't access the part of the school in which the weight room is in. They're here for the thousands of future students who will one day call themselves Wooten Patriots. The bottom line that I hope to leave you all with today is, how are students supposed to feel included in a school building that is not built to include them? Thank you all for your time.
Thank you. You can applaud, that's okay. And last on this panel is Ms. Ackerman Hastings.
Good evening, President Glass, members of the City Council, and staff. Thank you for the opportunity to testify about the CIP allocation for MCPS. My name is Amy Ackerman Hastings, and I am the parent of a Richard Montgomery High School freshman, as well as one of the cluster coordinators for the 7 Richard Montgomery cluster PTSAs. Our community wants to focus on 3 issues tonight: the stability and sustainability of funding for the capital budget, the construction timeline for Crown High School, and the intersection of CIP projects with school safety and security. First, while we understand the decisions that went into changing the funding formula for the capital budget over the past few years, it is frustrating that the instability inherent in relying on the recordation tax for a significant portion of revenue is having an effect at the exact same time that construction costs for projects that are already programmed are rising dramatically. We think the staff's proposal to make the recordation tax progressive has potential, but we also ask that the council work on generating additional ideas for stable revenue streams so that much needed capital projects can stay on track for timely completion. After all, none of the items in MCPS's request for the 2023 to 2028 funding cycle are extravagant or unnecessary. We support them all in our written testimony, but for our second issue here, we highlight one with direct relevance to the Richard Montgomery cluster, the projected 2027 completion of Crown High School. Richard Montgomery is now up to 9 portable classrooms. These spaces reflect RM's years of being over capacity, require MCPS to expend funds on relocatables that then cannot be invested in permanent structures, and on January 13th and January 25th, the portables reminded all of us that they pose extra security challenges to ensuring the safety of every child and staff member on every campus. The land for Crown High School has a time limit, the site plan is well executed and reasonable, and the surrounding schools all support the project. Please do not force the construction of Crown High School to be delayed further. Finally, as you know, well-built and well-maintained schools contribute to the healthy development and success of students in many ways beyond academics, and in turn improve the economic health of their wider communities. Because the 2 incidents at Richard Montgomery are very fresh for our community, Tonight, I will emphasize that a fully funded CIP helps MCPS install security measures that work in concert with increased staffing and the development of positive, cooperative, inclusive institutional cultures to ensure the safety of each person at every school. In RM's case, one of the possible solutions recommended by an MCPS security audit conducted after the January 13th and January 25th incidents involves alarming multiple exterior doors, since posting security staff at every door all day, every day is not realistic. Thank you for your attention to these requests for full funding of the MCPS CIP.
Thank you. And one last call for Max Choi, if Max is here. And Max is here. Come on down. You can sit anywhere. And the microphone is, the button is right by the microphone.
Hello?
There you go.
Hi.
Yep. You have 3 minutes.
All right, thank you. Hi. I apologize about being late. I was having a bit of asthma trouble, but a bit about myself. I'm the senior class president at Thomas Wooten High School. I actually don't have a speech prepared today, but I do want to talk about just a little bit about what my peers and my friends go through at Wooten High School, as well as some past Wooten graduates that I know. Last year we had a great administrator. His name was Mr. Nicholas Hitchens, and he was a Wooten class of 2002 graduate. And back then, Wooten was scheduled to get a renovation. Well, it's 2013, fast forward. My older brother is attending Wooten, and Wooten is still scheduled to get a renovation. And fast forward to now, 2023, where I'm here, and Wooten is still not received a renovation. So I'm just a little concerned as to why there have been so many delays. I see in the hallway every single day deteriorating ceiling tiles. I've seen dead rats in our air conditioning vents. My mother, she is an Olympic athlete, and she saw our weight training room, and she could not possibly fathom about the conditions of it. She didn't see how it was safe for for a bunch of students to be crowded in such a room. And I'm sure you've heard from my peers tonight all of the issues at Wooten, but I really just want to put out that emphasis and say Wooten really needs a renovation. I know that we may be an up-county school, we may be more fortunate than other schools in the county in some cases, but I strongly urge you to consider pushing forward Wooten High School's renovation or to allocate more funds so that Wooten can get the renovation that it so needs. I don't want to take any more of your time tonight, so thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, and I'm glad you're able to make it this evening. Thank you. Thank you all for your testimony this evening. And the last in-person panel for this evening is Susan Eckerl and Emma Yuan. Susan here. Okay. Ms. Wan, if you want to hit the button right in front of the microphone, to the right. There you go, to the right. There you go, perfect.
Good evening, council members and council president Glass. My name is Emma Yuan, and I am a student at Thomas S. Wooten High School. Today, I want to advocate for the necessary funding of our school building infrastructure in the capital improvement project budget. Specifically, I want to focus on the poor conditions of the bathrooms. A couple months ago, I saw a picture my friend had sent me of a school bathroom mirror where the sink in front of the mirror had completely shattered on the floor. While seeming like a harmless joke, this goes to show how normalized it is for Wooten students to see issues in our school building. Talking where sinks are involved, students now have a new skill, knowing which sinks in which bathrooms to avoid. The other day I was going to wash my hands after using the restroom, and a friend told me to use the other sink because the one I was about to use squirts. Thinking it was just a joke, I turned on the sink for a few seconds, and surely enough, the water gushed from the handle towards all directions. The sinks are outdated, and this causes a bigger delay because the bathrooms then need to be repaired, and although rarely ever even fixed, this usually leaves entire bathrooms closed for weeks at a time. Furthermore, our antiquated toilets are constantly unusable. In fact, there have been multiple instances where I've wanted to use the restroom and walked out of a stall after finding my foot dipped in a puddle of liquid on the floor. This casual flooding is unacceptable and should not be a common occurrence. These are just a few ridiculous examples of matters I have experienced firsthand. Just like any other students, we have the essential right to adequate bathrooms. And right now, we're just talking about the bathrooms. My focus should not understate the other issues of hazardous mold, lack of ADA compliance, cramped hallways, and more that require addressing. Wooten families have waited far too long for building improvements. We understand the inflation and budgetary constraints are prevalent. However, we urge you to allocate funding in the capital improvement project to renovate and improve Thomas S. Wooten High School. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. And again, thank you to everyone from Wooten. I hope you got some good exercise standing up and sitting down. So we're now going to go virtual, and the first person joining us is Mr. Jim Epstein. There you are, Jim. And Jim, you have 3 minutes whenever you begin.
Thank you. Good evening. I am Jim Epstein, and as some of you know, I am currently the chair of the Wheaton Urban District Advisory Committee, known as WUDAC, and the president of the Glenmont Forest Neighbors Civic Association. I appreciate the opportunity to provide testimony in support for the upcoming CIP amendment regarding the pending Wheaton Community Arts and Culture Center project. I believe today's amendment regards minimal additional funding to support and finalize the site selection process. As you are aware, there will be another opportunity for a further amendment to support the design and construction of this facility, and we look forward to this project becoming a shining star in enhancing the existing Wheaton Arts and Entertainment District and providing a cutting-edge and unique asset for the community as a whole. This project provides several positives and incorporates the county's mandate to increase affordable housing, creates economic and workforce development improvements, and promotes the unique diversity that Wheaton showcases. And to take a step backward and provide a 50,000-foot overview of the project, several years ago, the Arts and Humanities Council of Montgomery County began a series of grants dedicated to stimulate and showcase the diversity of arts in the local Wheaton community. The success of these grants, along with the Wheaton Arts Parade and Festival and other pop-up events, continue to prove the business case that there is significant and overwhelming desire to support the arts in Wheaton. It also showcases the diversity of the traditional arts represented by a wide variety of local artists. Yet the fact remains that there are no permanent, real performance or visual art spaces existing in Wheaton today. Based on these successes and the community demand, DGS created a work group and engaged with an arts consultant to determine the need for such a facility in this area. A POR was subsequently developed and potential site evaluations began. According to the packet that you have received on this amendment, when evaluating this project, the Office of Racial Equity and Social Justice noted that the project has a strong likelihood of advancing racial equity in the arts and culture sector and also providing equitable access to a public good that is enjoyed in other parts of the county. So now there is an opportunity to combine multiple goals, engage with the community, and finalize design of a world-class facility. DGS has agreed to provide a briefing to WUDAC at our meeting next Tuesday, showcasing our love for Wheaton on Valentine's Day. Additionally, DGS and MHP, the potential partner, are planning a public meeting in early March to present its findings and plans, engaging the community to better determine its needs and creating a facility that conforms to the new utilization realities post-pandemic. A targeted arts and culture facility should showcase both the arts and the cultures that are represented in our communities, and Wheaton is the proper location for such a facility. Thank you again for the opportunity to provide this testimony regarding the need for this facility and to support the progress towards creating this incredible community asset. We look forward to your support for this immediate amendment to fund the remaining site selection and community engagement process and future support for the funding of design and construction. Thanks again.
Thank you, Mr. Epstein. Next is Viviana Bentley.
Good evening, Council President Glass and members of the County Council. I'm honored to speak with you today. My name is Viviana Bentley, and I'm a Montgomery College alum. Montgomery College changed my life. I moved to Montgomery County as an au pair from Colombia, and shortly after enrolled at MC. I earned a bioengineering associate's degree, then transferred to earn a bioengineering bachelor's degree from the University of Maryland in College Park. Today, I work as a process engineer for CRV, an engineering consulting and construction firm here in Rockville. At CRV, we design and build state-of-the-art facilities for the life sciences and biotech industries. One of our most important projects right now is the Novavax headquarters facility in Gaithersburg. When this building opens in 2023, Novavax will have the capacity to create hundreds of jobs for Maryland residents, and importantly, for other Montgomery College alumni. In my job, I know how buildings affect lives. MC's quality facilities played an integral role in my education. I spent many hours learning in the state-of-the-art classrooms and labs in the Science Center on the Rockville campus and the Bioscience Education Center on the Germantown campus. Helped shape me as a biotech engineer. It gave me access to highly specialized pieces of equipment that I still use today. Quality buildings change the lives of MC students who, like me, become prepared to step into professions like bioprocess engineering. I'm here tonight to ask you for continued support of the college. Please support the college's capital budget, including a student services center at the Germantown campus, modern libraries at all 3 campuses, and finally, a new MC campus in the East County. I'm proud to be an MC alum, and I'm honored to thank you and ask you for your continued support for quality facilities that help MC to be one of the most outstanding colleges in the world for the past, the present, and the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for testifying and keep making us proud. Next is Sarah Redinger.
Good evening, Council President Glass and members of the Council. My name is Sarah Redinger, and I'm a Vice President with Habitat for Humanity Metro Maryland. As many of you know, we are a nonprofit provider of affordable housing, working to provide equitable access to homeownership in Montgomery County since 1982. Thank you for the opportunity to provide testimony today and for the Council's steadfast commitment to affordable housing. We especially thank you for your record increases in housing funding last year. Unfortunately, many households in our community remain unstably housed. More than half of the county's renters are cost burdened, leaving little left for everything else. And with such high home prices and association fees, it's incredibly difficult for lower income families to access affordable homeownership, especially when rent is so high they can't save for a down payment. When looked at through an equity lens, the homeownership picture is even more distressing, as there remains a more than 30% gap between white and Black and African American households that own homes, and this has led to a more than 10% difference in wealth accumulation. We can and must do better. As you consider the FY24 budget, we strongly encourage you to continue to increase funds for the production and preservation of affordable housing. Increased funding is necessary in order to meet the Council's housing targets. The county needs to add 47,000 housing units over the next decade. Many of those units need to be available to low and moderate income households and will require a subsidy that continues to grow as costs and interest rates rise. Adding 47,000 units is in addition to preserving existing units, affordably housing those that already live in our community, and helping renters access homeownership. As a member of the Montgomery Housing Alliance, Habitat stands with our Alliance members in calling on the county to increase housing investment over the next 4 years towards a goal of $250 million annually by 2026. We understand that this is a huge ask, especially with so many other important priorities, but without housing, everything else falls apart. Separately, Habitat strongly encourages the Council to approve the $2.5 million in the budget for the relocation study of the MCPS Materials Management Facility in Lincoln Park, a historic African American neighborhood in the city of Rockville. Habitat is a proud member of the Stone Street Coalition, a group of community members, nonprofits, and private sector partners advocating for the implementation of the Stone Street Master Plan. This community-driven master plan imagines a vibrant, mixed-income, transit-oriented community with rental and ownership opportunities, recreation spaces, and accessible childcare. This vision requires the relocation of the deteriorating MCPS Materials Management Facility and its trailers. As the president of the Lincoln Park Civic Association, Dr. DeNito mentioned on Tuesday evening in her testimony, this work is a matter of social justice. Habitat and other partners are eager to help the community build their vision. Thank you again for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Next, we invite Mary Kohler.
Good evening, Council President Glass and members of the Council. My name is Mary Kohler, and I'm testifying on behalf of Montgomery Housing Alliance, a county-wide coalition of affordable housing providers and advocates across the housing continuum. As you take up the county executive's proposed budget, we strongly encourage you to significantly increase funding for affordable housing in order to meet housing targets and support other critical priorities. In 2018, MHA called on the county to invest $100 million annually in the Housing Initiative Fund by 2022. Last year, for the first time, we met this unprecedented goal. While we have made major strides over the last 4 years, we now know that we must add over 47,000 units of housing over the next decade, the majority of which must be affordable to low to moderate income households. This challenge is only compounded in the face of lingering economic effects of the pandemic, rising construction costs, and increases to interest rates. In addition to development of new units, HIF funds must continue to support other important priorities, including preservation of naturally occurring affordable housing and services to address homelessness and eviction prevention. A diverse, vibrant, and economically robust Montgomery County is not possible if we cannot ensure that all residents have access to affordable homes. Half of Montgomery County households are housing cost burdened, paying over 30% of their income toward housing costs. Further, over 20,000 renter households pay more than half of their incomes toward rent. In order to meaningfully address these challenges and to accommodate existing county residents and meet the needs of our growing population, we call on the County Executive and Council to substantially increase investment in the HIF over the next 4 years toward an annual target of $250 million by 2026. Additionally, we urge you to work with the County Executive and Department of Housing and Community Affairs to issue a $100 million bond to provide capital for long-term permanent financing of housing affordability projects and other appropriate uses of the HIF. In the FY23 budget, the Council directed DHCA to explore options for such a bond fund. Now is the time to take action. Dedicating a few $1 million annually from the HIF for the bond's debt service would permit the kind of significant equity infusion that will allow us to move swiftly to increase development at the necessary scope. We applaud the Council's commitment to housing over the past several years and efforts to craft innovative policy tools to address the real and significant need that persists. But without a transformative level of investment in the HIF, we will fall short, not only of meeting the target for new units, but of addressing all of our crucial housing priorities. Thank you for the opportunity to provide input as you consider the budget.
Thank you. Next is Alexander Camacho.
Hello, my name is Alexander Camacho. Good evening, Council President Glass and members of the County Council. I'm a Montgomery County resident, a systems engineer at Leidos, and most importantly, a Montgomery College graduate. So when I entered Montgomery College, I didn't even know algebra. I didn't know geometry. I was pretty much a failing student in high school, and I graduated, I think, with a .58 GPA. But I met with a counselor at Montgomery College, and she got me connected and got me on the track to do my engineering degree. And throughout my time there, I started from the ground up. I used all the resources possible, and I ended up becoming a head tutor there, starting the engineering club at Montgomery College, which helps encourage children in local schools in science. And I ended up graduating probably pretty competitive, and I ended up going to University of Maryland, and I hit the ground running when I got there. And this is because of the tools that I got at Montgomery College. I was extremely competitive there, and I think I graduated with a 3.4 GPA. I published a journal article there. I was offered a full ride PhD, and I did a project with Lockheed Martin, met the CTO of Lockheed Martin, and I think by the end of my first year there, I had multiple offers and was negotiating my salary over 10,000 what they were offering me. So because of Montgomery College and my time there and the preparation that they gave me and using the facilities and resources that they provided, I was able to, be somebody that was pretty much working odd-end jobs, had a child on the way, to becoming extremely successful and very competitive in the eyes of professors, people in the industry, and it helped me a lot. I'm proud, and I'm here to ask you for your continued support of Montgomery College. Please support the college's capital budget, which includes a student services center for the Germantown campus, modern libraries for all 3 campuses, and a new campus for the East County. Thank you.
A lot of support in the room, Mr. Camacho. Thank you very much for your testimony, and thank you for sharing your wonderful success story. Last individual of the evening is Mr. Tom Eldridge. And Mr. Eldridge is not online, and so that concludes our testimony for this evening. I want to thank all of you for participating in this process. At the end of this evening, we will begin work in the committees on the capital budget, so please stay in touch with us as we begin the work of doing right and making sure we have enough infrastructure and schools and roads here in Montgomery County. And with that, this public hearing is now closed and we are adjourned.